people, so I'm back with another video, and this video is going to be about growing your hair overnight and seeing if this trend or this experiment really works. So if you want to know more, keep watching. Do not mind my hair is looking a mess right now. So yeah, I basically washed my hair over the weekend, and doing this experiment, I just wanted to test, like, I guess this side, because I really don't want to wash my hair again, and today's Monday and I washed my hair Saturday, so yeah. So we're gonna use, for this side, we're gonna use up to here, and this is my left side. We're gonna use this as a testing product, and then we're gonna use this whole row on my right side as another testing product. So let's look into the ingredients which you're going to need.
Okay, so you're going to need a carrier oil like olive oil, eggs, a spoon, and a fork, as well as a bowl.
Okay, so again, please don't mind my hair. I'm probably looking really goofy right now, but hey, I don't care. This is just for you guys. I had a reviewer, subscriber, ask me a question on how do I feel about the grow your hair overnight challenge or grow your hair overnight experiment test. So I'm going to give you my opinion after the experiment, and I want you guys to see the results for yourself, okay?
Okay, so I already cracked open my egg, and now I'm pouring 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Because I'm only using a small sample of my hair, I'm only using 1 egg. However, if you're going to use your whole head for this experiment, you may want to use 4 eggs.
Okay, so we have our batch ready, and what we're going to start off with is we're going to measure the hair now. So I'm going to take this side. Wish I had a pin. I have a clip. I'm going to clip this one away. So we're going to take this side, right? And what I want you guys to see is the different variables that can affect the experiment. So I'm going to use a marker for this side to measure how long my hair is. Now we're going to take the nape, and I'm going to look this way. Now this is going to be one of my variables that I'm using for this experiment. And remember, this is my left side, and we're using as many variables that I've been seeing that's going around in these videos. A lot of people are using different variables in their experiment. And you don't want to use all these different, changes and stuff, because you're not getting an accurate result. So I'm going to look to the side. And if you guys can see that, my hair comes up to here. This is a gray marker. I don't have a black permanent marker, or black marker, whatever. So this is gray. My hair comes up to here when I look to the side. When I look straight, I lose about an inch, half an inch to an inch. So my hair comes up to here. So hopefully you guys can see that. So right here, when I look to the side, my hair comes up to here when it's stretched. When I look to the front, my hair comes up to here. So that's about an inch that I lost. So when you're doing this experiment, you need to pick which way you're going to measure your hair. You cannot measure your hair starting from the left, and then at the end of the experiment, when you're trying to find your results, you measure your hair to the front, or vice versa. So if you're doing the very bottom of your nape and you're trying to measure it, and then you switch out and you're doing this part, or let's say you start off with this part of your nape, and then the second time you're doing this part. So of course there's going to be a different, a different measurement or a different number, and it's going to look as if you did grow your hair. So I wanted to start off with that. And in the beginning, when you're measuring your hair, you want to make sure if you're going to measure your hair if it's wet or if it's dry. Right now I'm measuring my hair in its dry state. You guys know when you do a length check, when it's dry, you're going to experience a different result compared to when your hair is wet. So what I've noticed in these videos, I've noticed people measure their hair first when it's dry, and then they measure their results when it's wet. Like I said, when your hair is wet, your hair is going to appear longer because it's stretched, and it allows your hair to become elastic when it's wet, in its wet state. However, when it's dry, you really cannot stretch your hair because you run the risk of breaking it. So yeah, so I'm going to show you this piece right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to clip away this piece because I want to show you guys just one piece on the left side of how I'm measuring it. So I'm going to take my little mixture, my concoction, and we're going to apply it to this piece. Now you guys saw the result versus when it was dry. So again, the mark was right here. That was when I turned my head to the side. When I looked towards the camera, the mark is right here. So let's have the mark right here. When it's wet, I'm looking towards the side, and it's past my finger when it's wet. Now, when I'm looking towards the camera, my mark was right here. Let's look towards the camera. It's well past. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. It's like it just hit me. It's like it's well past the length that I originally did when my hair was dry. So I just want you guys to see that when you're measuring your hair at a dry state compared to a wet state, it's going to appear as if your hair grew. So we're just gonna put that on this side. I just want you guys to keep that in mind while doing this experiment. Okay. So what I'm going to do for my other side, I'm going to use rubber bands. And the reason why I'm going to do rubber bands is I want you guys to see if I truly had new growth. So what we're going to do is we're going to wet the hair or apply the mixture to the hair. Because like I said, you can get your true results when it's wet. So we're going to apply the mixture first to the hair, and then we're going to put it in its in rubber bands. So if you measure your hair first when it's dry, and then when you measure your hair when it's wet, you have two different variables. If you measure your hair looking to the front first, and then you measure your hair looking to the left or the right, those are two different variables. However, if you measure your hair looking front and then you measure your hair looking front, that's one different variable. So let's say that you look to the front and your hair was dry. And then your results, you look to the left and your hair is wet. It's going to appear like your test worked. So I'm going to tie my hair as tight as it can be so you guys can see if this worked. Trying not to break my hair. But again, with these rubber bands, and because it's wet, we're going to see if the results has worked. Since I'm tying it close to the scalp, and it lets you know if I got any results, because if the rubber band has moved and you see new growth like crimps or curlies or whatever, you'll know if my hair has grown. Okay, so I'm back. I've put some rubber bands in my head so you guys can see. Let's do a close-up. Again, it's going to look a bit crazy. So this is how it looks. So you guys can see my scalp. And it's as close as to the scalp as possible. So you can see if this actually works or not. Okay? I really hope you guys can see, because I really can't see myself actually. Okay, when I look to the left, where I marked it comes up to here, and it's a little past it because it's wet. When I look towards the camera where I marked it, if I look straight, it's well past over. So again, I want you guys to keep that in mind when you're doing a length check or when you're doing this experiment. Try to measure it the original way, the way that you measured it. If it's dry, measure the result when it's dry. If you wet your hair prior, measure your hair, measure your results wet as well. If you look to the front, measure your hair looking to the front when you're looking for your results as well. So yeah, I know I keep repeating myself, but it's crucial if you really are looking for your results.
Okay, so I'm going to leave this product in for about an hour. So it's 4/12. It's Monday, October 17th. Now we're going to use coconut oil, a mug, and a bowl of hot water. And we're going to place this mug in this hot water and wait for it to dissolve. All right, now catch me in part 2.